Hello everyone, I'm Christine Blosdale, and I'm here to talk to you about something absolutely vitally important to you and your family's health. I'm guessing that if you're listening to this, you are someone who consumes water. You have to. Everyone does. It is one of the most important resources that we have. Yet most people do not even realize the water that they're drinking has many contaminants in it. I'm really happy to have with me Dr. Roy Speiser. Dr. Roy Speiser is the Vice President of CWR Environmental. And we're going to talk right now about some of those contaminants found in the water and what you can do about it. Dr. Roy Speiser, welcome to the program.
It's a pleasure to be with you, Christine.
Now, I had mentioned that there should be concern if people are not concerned about the contaminants in the water that we drink. Can you talk about just a few of them? I understand that there are heavy metals, some bacteria, but there's also some other very alarming things that are in our water, correct?
Yes, there is, Christine. Flint, Michigan is just the tip of the iceberg. It's brought to attention the fact that water quality in the United States is not what it should be. Americans are blindly trusting the government to deliver reasonably safe drinking water. But the situation in Flint just pulled the plug on public trust. The fact is that many main pipes in the United States are relics. They're over 100 years old. Some of them are made of pure lead. Some of them are made of concrete or iron. But they're eroding, and as they erode or disintegrate, these residual toxins are leaching into the water that we drink, that we cook with and bathe in. So lead is just one of the particular culprits. Typically, water has many different contaminants, a lot of chemicals such as chlorine. A lot of municipalities are now switching over to chloramine, which is a combination of chlorine and ammonia, which is even more harmful than chlorine.
Now, one of the substances that have been added to the water is fluoride. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about what fluoride does?
The story goes back to the late 1930s and 1940s with the aluminum industry and other industries that had toxic waste, and they were trying to find a use for it. The government promoted the use of fluoride, and the dental industry picked up on this. They convinced a number of people, scientists, that this was a positive substance that will prevent dental decay. And over the years, there's been hundreds of studies that show that, in fact, not only does it doesn't restrict dental decay, it actually promotes bone loss in older people, so it aggravates osteoporosis. And more recently, they've done meta-studies at the Harvard University, and they found that fluoride has been implicated in dementia and possibly Alzheimer's. So if you look at studies on the Fluoride Action Network, there's hundreds of them. Almost every organ system in the body has a negative impact. Fluoride has a negative impact on every organ system in the body.
Now, you had mentioned that a lot of the pipes that the water travels through going to our homes, a lot of them are antiquated and many of them are made of lead. Do you have any information about what lead does to us?
Well, lead is a known neurotoxin. It's damaging to the nervous system, to the brain. And if you start ingesting water over a period of years that contains lead as well as other heavy metals, they accumulate in your body and they reach toxic levels, and you can manifest a number of disorders. Literally, IQ is affected. It's lowered by ingesting lead over a long period of time. It could have cardiac damage. So lead is a pervasive toxin. It inhibits fertility. Lead is a pervasive metal that's found in almost every water system in the United States. It's usually below 15 parts per billion. In fact, Flint, the lead levels are at 30,000 parts per billion, which is, I've never seen anything like that level anywhere in the United States. So most of the time we see lead levels below 5, but it's in the water. It's a cumulative type of heavy metal. It will build up in your body, and over time it bioaccumulates and has a toxic effect, as well as many other heavy metals like barium is very common in water, copper, I see cadmium, mercury, commonly chromium-6. These are all heavy metals. Even uranium I'm seeing more of that, as well as lithium and strontium. So if you look at all the water reports around the United States, and I look at water reports every day, numerous water reports, I see these heavy metals are very commonly found in drinking water.
Now, this is why this is one of the most important issues, I think, that needs to be front page news, but is not. But we have some good news today because we're going to be talking about Gary Null's all-in-one ultra water filter. Now, Dr. Speiser, you reviewed the test data on this special water filter. In your professional opinion, is this the best water filter available?
Yes, it is, and I'll give you the reasons. After reviewing several laboratory tests, most notably, it removed fluorosilicic acid. This is the most toxic form of fluoride that's added in drinking water. And the test results, they tested it on Chicago City water, along with, this is raw water, which contains many contaminants. And the filter reduced the fluoride in the water, which was at 0.8 parts per billion. That's the level the government recommends, which is not safe, but it recommends. And one filter removed 85% of the fluoride at that level. Now, that's remarkable because the older types of filters, which use activated alumina or bone char, cannot remove fluoride at that level. So this is a new breakthrough in the filter industry. That's just one of the contaminants that the filter removes. There was some additional testing done on the filter, Gary Knowles filter, for chloramine. Again, I mentioned chloramine is a combination of chlorine and ammonia, and that's very difficult to remove. It's much more difficult to remove from water than chlorine. And the test results show that at 3 parts per billion, which is a pretty high level, the filter removed greater than 99%. That's 99% of the chloramine for up to 700 gallons. That's outstanding. Now, I haven't seen any other filter on the market that can achieve chloramine reduction at that level. So now you have two very serious toxic contaminants that the filter can remove. But in addition, they tested it also for lead because, again, lead's a common problem in all water systems. And the filter was tested at a challenge level of 150 parts per billion. Now, as I mentioned to you, 15 parts per billion is the action level. They tested the filter at 10 times higher than the actionable level for lead. And the filter achieved 99% reduction of lead up to 1,000 gallons of water.
Wow.
That's 1,000 gallons of water, 99% reduction of high levels of lead. So if you just look at those three test results, chloramine, lead, and fluoride, you have one filter that can remove more contaminants than any other filter on the market. That's why it's the best filter I've ever reviewed.
And the best news about Gary Knowles All-in-One Ultra Water Filter is that he is today offering a very, very special price. Now, this is Gary Knowles All-in-One Ultra Water Filter, normally retails for $279. And this one-time, very special price for $199. Now, $199 includes free shipping and something which I think is vitally important. There's going to be a free add-on. It's a sports bottle. Now, it's not just any sports bottle, but a very special, unique sports bottle. Is that correct, Dr. Speiser?
Yes, Christine. This is a filter that can take out, again, a wide range of contaminants. You can use this on the go. You can take any water source and remove any contaminant from the water with the sports bottle. It holds about 22 ounces of water. You just fill it up and you squeeze the bottle, and the water will go through this remarkable filter and it removes a whole range of contaminants. So you not only have something at home to use for cooking, rinsing, and all your consumption, but you have now a filter bottle that you can take on the go.
That's what I love about this offer. It's Gary Knowles All-in-One Ultra Water Filter. Again, it normally retails for $279 by itself, but if you call today, you're going to get for $199. Not only are you going to get Gary Knowles All-in-One Ultra Water Filter with free shipping, but you're also going to get this very special add-on, the Water Filter Sports Bottle. The number to call is 877-627-5065. That number again is 877-627-5065. Dr. Speiser, before we wrap this up, can you just tell our listeners as many of the known toxins that this water filter removes from their water?
Well, in addition to the chloramine, lead, and fluoride, it'll remove parasites like Cryptosporidium, 99.99%, bacteria, 99.99%, chlorine, 99%, and lead, 99%. Plus, you have a cleanable filter, which is pretty unique. So if dirt collects on the surface, you can clean it off and restore the flow rate. That's another unique feature of the filter. And it doesn't regrow bacteria that are trapped in the filter. Other filters do regrow bacteria. So you have a biostatic filter, cleanable, and it takes out more contaminants than any other filter on the market.
Once again, folks, it's Gary Knowles All-in-One Ultra Water Filter, normally retailing for $279. You're getting it today for $199, and that includes free shipping. These will go right out to you, And you're also going to get, for no additional charge, the sports water bottle. And the number to call is 877-627-5065. 877-627-5065. Dr. Roy Speiser, I want to thank you so much for all the work that you do and for helping keep this country a little bit healthier just from the incredible information that you're providing us today. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Christine.
And now back to regular programming. Welcome to Out of the Box Radio with me, your host, Christine Blasdale. Out of the Box Radio is a weekly podcast of audible ear candy dedicated to bringing a fresh perspective on this thing that we call life. And each and every week, we're going to be diving into the topics that matter most with lively conversations on issues such as health, wellness, and transformational healing, all with the goal of creating a better world and becoming a happier human being. I will be your tour guide for this epic adventure, and each and every week we're going to be embarking on a journey with the ultimate goal being transformation to our highest potential. And now, let's get out of the box. Hello everyone, I'm Christine Blasdale, and welcome back to another installment of Out of the Box Radio. My very special guest I'm bringing back because the response has been overwhelming is Dr. Blythe Metz. Dr. Blythe Metz is a metaphysician, a chef, natural lifestyle expert, and certified hypnotherapist. She not only views food as vibration and energy, but she's also passionate about teaching people about the power found in whole food nutrition. Dr. Blythe Metz teaches fabulous 5-minute raw food recipes, gluten and dairy-free cooked food recipes, therapeutic home spa treatments, and the very best in natural lifestyle tips and suggestions. I want to welcome back to the program Dr. Blythe Metz. Welcome back, Blythe.
Hi, Christine. Super great to be here. Thank you.
Yes, and I'm so excited to have you back on because we had a really wonderful response to the first show where we were doing sort of an overall look at not only your 5 DVD set, Healthy Recipes in 5, but we were really going into in depth what certain foods we want to stay away from, certain foods we want to embrace. We started talking about also wonderful stuff for babies because I know you have a little one there.
Yes.
But today we're going to talk about something really, really important because, okay,
fun stuff.
I don't have any problem letting people know how old I am. I'm 51, going on 52.
That's because you look so good.
Well, that's right. If I look like maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I'd be like, oh no, a woman never tells her age. No, but what I've noticed in this last year is it was a dramatic shift, a dramatic change in the tone, texture of my skin, and so I have made it a mission from God to find the very, very best ways of maintaining beautiful skin. Yeah. Of getting back that tone that we used to have. Used to wake up when we were in our 20s and just get up and boom, we have beautiful skin, right? But now as you get a little older, the collagen levels maybe are decreasing. I don't know what it is.
Because when we're younger, we have so many enzymes working in the body, and the older we get, if we're not eating a lot of enzymes, which if we don't know how to do that, we're probably not, because cooked food has lost all its enzymes. So the less enzymes we get, it starts deteriorating the skin. And also, the less minerals, the less vitamins and all that stuff we see in our skin first, really because our body takes it from where it can afford to lose it. And your skin is where it can afford to lose it because it needs to, go to working the other major organs.
Well, in addition to sort of that loss of elasticity and firmness, what I noticed was all of a sudden, because I was really rough on my skin, right? I mean, I'm a child of the 70s, I was born in the 60s, but I was really out in the sun a lot in the 70s, and good Lord, the 80s. My goodness, baby oil, tinfoil reflectors, right? And I was in the valley, the San Fernando Valley, where you just get cooked. And I've noticed all these, suddenly these things called dark spots, age spots, just popping out of like weeds, And so I really wanted to do a program with you focusing on natural skincare, on beauty, and what we can do to improve our skin. So what in your expert opinion, Dr. Blythe Metz, would you say are some of the contributing factors? Let's just start with what ages us. What ages our skin the most, would you say?
Well, not giving our body what it really needs every day over time is the process of aging. So we need, all of the vitamins, minerals, amino acids. We need all of this stuff. We need a lot of it too. And it's so easy to not get it. And most people aren't getting all of the vitamins, minerals, and amino acids that they need every day to keep us looking young. In fact, if we really had all the nutrients that we need every day, we really wouldn't age. I mean, we really wouldn't. Aging really is a process of our body really not getting what it needs just over time. And it's the cumulative decline in that. And of course, the sun, and of course, pollution, and, the food that we're eating that is devoid of nutrition, either because we're eating, processed packaged foods or because our soil has been so demineralized, over the last 100 years, and everything that they're doing with the soil now with genetically modified foods and all the pesticides that they're using. I mean, the soil, the micro and macroorganisms in the soil are really what give our food the nutrients. It's like if the soil is rich, then the food is rich in nutrition.
Our soil is toast, right?
It has been. And of course we can, soil is self-healing. We can heal itself, but we got to give it the chance to do it. We've got to let it be free of pesticides and to give it, a chance to heal, which we're not doing largely. Commercial farming is certainly not doing that. But, and people talk a lot about the sun, and the sun, we need the sun. We need our skin to be in the sun for 15 or 20 minutes a day to get that vitamin D working, because the vitamin D in the body is what assimilates all of the other nutrients in the body. So it's really important to get that vitamin D, because if we're getting all the other nutrients and we're low on vitamin D, those other nutrients are being assimilated into the body. But we don't need 2 or 3 hours of sun exposure. And in fact, sunscreens are, mostly more problematic than good, because they're highly chemical, even the natural ones. So it's a balance, it's like, I love the sun, but I wear a hat, It's a balance.
What about, I've heard, and it just seems counterintuitive to me. I mean, I love the idea about it because I love what it is, but I've heard that the raw, organic coconut oil is actually good. Now, it's not necessarily a sunscreen, but I've heard from now like a naturopathic physician, a wonderful esthetician, skincare goddess, Renee Lynn, who talks about the wonders of coconut oil on the skin in particular, especially when you're going outside. And it just seems it's weird because it's an oil. So I always think like an oil is not necessarily going to be good for you if you go out in the sun. Do you know any feedback on that about coconut oil?
Well, coconut oil is amazing for the skin in so many ways. Little side note, it's an awesome eye makeup remover. Take that mascara off with coconut oil. That's great.
I don't have that issue, but ladies out there.
Yeah, it's
eye makeup remover, coconut
oil. Yes, it's a shield, and it's a shield that protects against the sun, and it also, bakes in good nutrients into your skin. I would use, for a real wonderful natural sun protectant, I would use aloe fresh out of the plant. Just open that leaf, cut open an aloe leaf, and put the aloe on your skin as a sunscreen. And I would also use shea butter. Shea butter is what all the African women use. The shea trees grow there, and there's these big, amazing pods of the shea butter, and that's what they use and put on their skin. And shea butter creates a very thick sort of seal that protects your skin from the ultraviolet rays as well.
Oh, shea butter. You know what? Shea butter hasn't been real touted a lot.
No, it's wonderful. And you know what? I'll tell you something else. It's really the most amazing sunscreen is eating a lot of greens. Eating a lot of greens. So the greens in nature know what to do with the sun. Look, the green leaves are in the sun all day long, every day. They don't get sunburn. They just know, like the chlorophyll and all the other compounds that are in green leaves know what to do with the sun. So, man, when you're drinking, like if you're drinking like a couple green juices a day, eating a couple salads a day, if you're really into your greens, that is an excellent sun protection from the inside out. I did I love not to like plug Gorilla Life, but I love their product. It's a chlorophyll drink. You can like get it at Whole Foods or any health food store. I did a Gorilla Life cleanse for 3 days, and I'm a painter, and I did an art show, and I was out doing a 3-day art show in the sun while I was doing this chlorophyll drink cleanse, and I did not burn. And I'm telling you, I was in the sun 8 hours every day in Los Angeles, 3 days in a row, and I did not burn at all.
What?
Yeah, it was amazing. And I mean, I was drinking like a gallon of chlorophyll every day, or the chlorophyll drink. So that's a really, really good thing to remember, in terms of, protecting your skin from the inside out.
So do an approach where you're doing a little bit of stuff on the outside and a little bit of stuff on the inside. And it's important to talk about this because it's going to be, the weather is going to be getting better and people are going to be outside. And
and I think it's really good to start to orientate ourselves with looking at nature and seeing what nature is doing for us to know what to do.
The wonderful thing about Healthy Recipes in 5, the digital download, is that there's a major section of content in that where you actually take the best of nature and you inform people, you show them actually how to make toners and skin creams and scrubs and all those things. So really all of the wonderful things that we need for our skin, for our beauty, are definitely in nature. We just have to access. We just have to know which ones we can incorporate, right?
Absolutely. Honey, for instance. How great is honey for our skin? I mean, just raw honey, straight up, put it right on your face like a mask. Raw honey is antibacterial, so it's excellent for acne and cleaning the skin, really deeply cleaning, getting impurities out, and it's incredibly moisturizing. So, something that simple, it's like if you just know, you've got raw honey in your cabinet and you have one of the best moisture masks that you can find. And it's really inexpensive.
And if some slips on your lips and you lick it, it's okay.
That's right.
It's okay.
And it's, you can put it all over your neck and your chest and, your thighs, and you can, tone up all the areas. It's an excellent toning moisture mask.
Let's talk about some of the main nutrients, the things that we definitely want to consume, on a regular basis to help improve the skin. What, in your expert opinion, would you say are some of the main ones?
Yes. So antioxidants are really big. So there's a category of antioxidants called flavonols, and they improve the circulation, which improves skin. So, fortunately, we can get our flavonols in dark chocolate. Is one of the highest. Yay! Is one of the best food sources for flavonols. And when you're getting dark chocolate, go for the dark chocolate without the sugar, without the white sugar, because the white sugar is not going to benefit your skin. But you could do like a dark chocolate bitter drink. In fact, there was a study in the Journal of Nutrition, and they found that people that drank rich cacao for 12 weeks, like they did a study, had smoother, more hydrated skin. And it's because of all these flavonols. So if you get the chocolate without the sugar, you're really doing your skin a favor, as well as pomegranates and red grapes and apples and blackberries have a lot of flavonols. And you also want carotenoids, that's the nutrient that you see that is in foods that are like red and yellow and orange, and those dark, colorful foods like red peppers and pumpkins and carrots and apricots, cantaloupes, those sweet reds, yellows. The color of food really tells us something, and when we see bright color in nature, The color indicates the nutrition, indicates the power of the nutrients in there, which is so great, right? It's like, oh, if you're eating something brightly colored in nature, blueberries, all that food that I just mentioned, really all fruits and vegetables have such astounding, beautiful color. It blows me away sometimes when I look at fruits and vegetables. They are just so beautiful. And they contribute to our beauty. So again, they're telling us something.
And isn't it funny? Because when you like, if you're out somewhere, if you go out and you look at people's plates, if they're having dinner, it lacks color. So much of it is, white, or, there's the starches. Everything is, all of the enzymes are obviously cooked out, or things are fried.
Yeah.
But I if you actually look at a normal meal for an American, when you look at the standard American diet, or the SAD diet, which is true, there's no color on the plate. I mean, they may, if you go out to a restaurant, they may toss a little sprig of parsley on there.
Right. Because I know you need some color, but you're not eating that parsley. You should eat the parsley. It's the healthiest thing on the plate, right?
Everything's brown.
Yeah, that color really indicates us. Lycopene is another really important nutrient that reduces sun damage in skin. And the lycopene is found in tomatoes and watermelon, pink grapefruits, red peppers. It's usually in the red foods. And you really want your vitamin C. Vitamin C helps make collagen and elastin in the body. So, of course, citrus fruits, sweet potatoes have a lot of vitamin C. And actually, did you know that bell peppers, the red, the orange, and the yellow bell peppers have more vitamin C than citrus? So when you feel like, oh, might be getting a little tickle in my throat, or you feel like, oh, I need to take some vitamin C, eat yourself a raw red pepper, or a yellow one, or orange one. Not the green ones. The green ones are not ripe yet. I don't know if you knew that, but the green bell peppers are not ripe.
I hate the green ones.
That's your body telling you something you know. That's your intuition. It's not ready yet.
It's from a childhood traumatic thing at a slumber sleepover, so it's more psychological, I'm sure, but I just can't stand green peppers.
Also I'm sorry, to finish answering your question, also vitamin K2 prevents the calcification of skin's elastin. You know how we were talking earlier that your skin, as you age, which means over time not getting the nutrients that your body really needs, over that time, and your skin just gets drier, or cracks easier, which are what the wrinkles are, what we call wrinkles. So that vitamin K2 prevents that. And interestingly enough, K2 is found in cheese and seafood and chicken and beef, which is interesting. It's not found in vegetables. So that's kind of interesting, in terms of we really need a lot of the fresh, colorful, amazing foods, but the other foods have purpose too. The other foods is not just to fill our bellies and give us protein. It also, can serve our beauty, which is great.
So K2, I haven't heard it. Is that a vitamin?
Yeah, it's a vitamin.
K2.
Vitamin K2. Mm-hmm.
If you had to, let's say, pick maybe 5 or 6 foods that really help improve the skin, what would they be? Let's say you went to the store and all you have is those little baskets, not a big shopping cart, but a little basket, and you're like, I'm gonna pick 5 or 6 things that I know are super good for my skin. What would that be? Dr. Blythe Metz?
Dark leafy greens, for sure. Dark leafy greens, absolutely number one. So good for your skin, because they're detoxifying, they're oxygenating, they're alkalizing, all the things that give us great health, which gives us great skin. Because so often, we can really read how healthy a body is just by looking at someone, just by seeing their skin. We can tell. So definitely dark leafy greens, chia seeds for sure. Chia in water is one of my favorite things ever. You don't need to get fancy with your chia and blend it into puddings or smoothies or whatever, which is also really super fun. But to just be low maintenance, as easy as you want to do, chia in water stirred, let it sit for 15 minutes and drink it, is so full of your omegas. It's so nourishing and hydrating for the body.
Really?
That would, oh yes. And I find too, when I drink my chia and water every day, which I do, I have no back pain, because sometimes pain, little pains, like pain in our back, pain in our knee, pain in our neck, some of these little pains are due to dehydration. We don't think we're dehydrated. We drink water, but it's subtle dehydration, and it's telling us in pain. And so, when you drink your chia, it is super hydrating. The runners use chia water to help stay hydrated when they're running marathons.
Really?
It really does
Okay,
help you
so
stay hydrated.
let's say
And
you
it doesn't taste like anything. It's completely tasteless. It just tastes like water with a little texture. And if you make it watery enough, like I don't, when I make my chia water, I don't make it really thick. So I'm not drinking like applesauce texture. I'm drinking like, a thicker water texture.
So let's say you have an 8-ounce glass of water. How much chia seeds do you put in there? A teaspoon, tablespoon?
So I would drink more than 8 ounces. Let's take it to 16 ounces.
Okay.
So let's double that. So we get like a full tall glass, and we would do 1 tablespoon of chia seeds for 16 ounces of water. And you stir it in, let it sit.
You let it sit for 15 minutes?
Yeah, and I let it sit in the refrigerator because I like it cold.
Yeah.
When you just drink it, and my baby, she's turning 1 tomorrow. My little sweet baby drinks that too. She loves it. She's just like both hands on the glass. She's like, give me more, give me more. She really loves that.
Oh, that's a great tip. I like that because nobody talks about chia seeds. That's from that commercial, right? That infomercial.
Chia. Chia. That's right. And then
so we have
citrus fruits and bell peppers for the vitamin C as well.
Okay. So we have dark leafy greens, chia seeds, brightly colored, like a bell pepper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And cucumber and parsley.
What does cucumber do? What does cucumber and parsley do?
Ooh, cucumber. Both are really hydrating. Both are really cleansing. Both detoxify the body. Which, if we're pulling toxins out of the body, our skin's going to look better. So they nourish the bowel because there's the bowel skin connection. Really, it's like how clean our bowel is shows up on our skin. Maybe it doesn't show up on our face because some people have breakouts on their chest or their back, or other areas of their body. But so really getting that bowel clean and clear and moving will help your skin radiate beautifully.
We had touched a little bit about water and how to drink it, but let's talk about the role of water in beauty and skincare. Number one, how much water should we be drinking? And number two, the biggest question is like what kind of water? Because like I said, there's there's all different kinds that's available. What do you think is the best for the most absorbable and the best for our skin and our general beauty?
Right. I learned something really interesting. I wrote my doctoral dissertation on water, right? I studied water for like 3 years. And I mean, what I learned was so phenomenal in terms of there's more species of water than there are animals. Because water isn't water. And water is self-healing. We can change water. We can change water with intention. Like we all have seen the Dr. Masaru Emoto work, right? Where he puts intention into water and cryogenically freezes it and then looks at the water molecules through a microscope. Are you familiar with that work, right?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, it's astounding work because when you look at that, if the listeners aren't familiar, please look up The Secret Life of Water by Dr. Masaru Emoto, Emoto. It really indicates the miracle of life. It really, really artistically shows it, in black and white and photography, how amazingly miraculous this world is. So water, there's a lot of different kinds of water. Like you say, what kind of water should we be drinking? We want to be drinking clean, clear, structured water, ideally. How do we structure our water? What is structured water? Structured water is water that, where the molecules are in their, right and proper placement. There's a lot of reasons why water molecules get out of place or why we lose a molecule in a water molecule. Going through piping, like right angles. Like when we get our municipality water, for instance, I have an RO system, a reverse osmosis system. It's not the best for water because it does take out the minerals, but it also takes out the fluoride and the chlorine and the toxins that I want out of the water. So I use a reverse osmosis system and then I run it through a structuring water system. So the water that goes to my reverse osmosis has been through the municipality, right? Because it's coming from my faucet. Right. So the municipal water has all these right angles that it goes through, which in nature, water doesn't go in right angles. It moves and bumps itself against the rocks, and it's in the sunshine. And water is this living thing that needs to move and groove and needs to have oxygen and sunshine and everything for it to be its most brilliant self, which is the structured water. So when we move water, whether we get it from our RO system or we get it from our tap or we get it from an alkaline water dispenser, when the water is moved in a spirally type of way, then that creates the water molecule in a particular shape that is the most absorbent into our body. So, when water bounces around on rocks in nature and, it has its dance, it's creating little spirals everywhere. If you watch water in a creek, you'll see as it moves, it's creating these little spirals every which way. And it's those spirals that create the water to be in its most absorbable state. So we see, the spirals of life, the geometry of life is extraordinary, right? And we have these spirals in our body, in our DNA, in the plants that we eat. These spirals are all over. They're invisible to us, but they're everywhere present in our time-space reality. So it's those spirals in the water that really make the water its cleanest and clearest for us. And we can all spiral our own water. Whatever you use, I do like RO systems. They're inexpensive. They're about $120, the reverse osmosis systems. You can put it into any faucet that you have in your house. And then I have a structured water unit. You can just look up, you can, do a Google search of structuring water units. They're also inexpensive. And it's a unit that the water spirals through it. So it creates it creates a vortex of opposite spirals. So it's kind of hard to describe on the radio, but it just runs the water through this opposite spiral way. And they've done all kinds of tests with the structured water on plants. They've seen, they've watered half the garden with the structured water and the other half with the non-structured water, and they can see the difference in the tomatoes, and the eggplants and the cucumbers. We can really see a difference. And these structured water units you can also put on your shower head. There's some that they have for the shower head, and they're inexpensive. They're like a couple $100.
You know what I want to do, this is just my own kooky little brain working here, and I've actually heard about some people doing this. When you were talking about Dr. Is it Emoto? Dr. Emoto?
Yeah, Emoto. Masaru Emoto. Yes.
When you were talking about that, it rang a little reminder for me, and I'm going to do this again because I did it for a little while and then I stopped, but. Someone had told me when you take your glass of water, and hopefully the purest water you can find, the best quality water you can find, you can either do this, you can either write this on the outside of the glass, or they were saying to charge it by, you can even just take a piece of paper and you write out, whatever the intention is. I am healthy. I am loved. My skin radiates all of the health and happiness, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
I would just put I am healthy, I am loved, or something like that.
Yeah.
And you can sit that glass of water on that piece of paper with that intention. And when you drink the water, it's said is that when you drink the water has been affected by that message, by that intention.
Yeah.
Which is, I find really interesting and probably goes back to the whole idea of, the idea of before people would eat their food, they would say a prayer, right?
Yes, they would bless the
food. And we've gotten away from that. I mean, now people, those who do, pray before they eat, a lot of times it's not to bless the food. It's more to say thank you for, say thank you. Thank you for the, but our actual power of, we're magicians, right?
Yeah, the power of intention is amazing. The real power of putting intention into something. Even with your water, to say, I love you to the water. I love you. I love you. When I fill up my water pitcher, I'm always saying, I love you, water. I love you. You're the magical elixir of life. None of us would be alive. There would be nothing if there wasn't water, right? Thank you for this magical elixir of life. Water.
I think water is the most important. I'm so alarmed at what's happened at Flint, Michigan, and what's amazing is that people like to think, they go, oh, well, that happened in Flint, Michigan. The pipes, the lead pipes, the pipes in this country, many of them are made out of lead. Okay, lead is a extremely poisonous
neurotoxin.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have water, this beautiful life-giving force. They add fluoride, they add chlorine, they add chloramine, they add arsenic, they add all kinds of different crazy stuff to the water. Then we have the pharmaceutical.
It's criminal.
Right?
It's mass medication without consent. It's freaking criminal, and I have no idea how our world is in that state. I just don't know.
Well, it's years and years. I think in the beginning too, when they laid out the pipes, I just don't think that they had the knowledge. And then now that they have the knowledge, now there's especially with Flint, they just let it go. They just said, well, oh well. And now there's thousands and thousands of people that will have permanent damage. I mean, for their whole life.
Not that you can really be held accountable for that, but is the city
they
holding
knew
itself
about it.
accountable?
What happened is that they knew about it, and they said, no, the water's fine, the water's safe. And people would turn on their faucets, and it would be brown, and they're like, and it smelled disgusting or whatever, and they're like, no, it's safe. And while the government was bringing in bottled water for themselves, they were telling the residents, no, just go ahead, bathe in it, drink it. And it's made a lot of people really sick, and there's permanent damage from it. So, and the people that are responsible don't want to resign. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, and how are they kept in office anyway? I mean, how are they not just completely booted out? It's beyond me. I mean, putting fluoride in the water and all of, I just don't understand how that's happening.
Well,
I really
that's a process from the, with the a lot of the companies that have this runoff, this waste. They convinced the people in the government. They convinced that they should put it in the water. So with fluoride,
it comes from the aluminum industry.
Yeah.
It's like a byproduct of the aluminum industry.
Yeah. And so they just said, oh yeah, it's good for your teeth. Bull crap. It doesn't go to your teeth. You're drinking it. You're bathing in it.
Topically, maybe, but not internally. Not drinking it.
And even topically, I'm
not sure about topically either. Right? That's debatable. And you know what? Actually, it's a different fluoride. The fluoride that's researched to be beneficial topically is actually a different kind of fluoride than the fluoride that's put in the water.
Bastards! They're bastards! I swear to God, they're trying to kill us. I swear.
It's unbelievable. It's something else. We have to be so aware, people. I'm so glad that all of you listeners are listening to this show and that you're educating yourself, because life is magic. Life is beautiful. We just have to know how to live that way.
Let's, I know we went off on a tangent, but I want to get back to a little bit about our skin, because obviously what we consume is going to be directly reflected out into our skin. But you have available in Healthy Recipes in 5, this really special digital download. You have a massive section on home beauty spa treatments that people can do. Do you mind if you want to just tell our listeners a little bit about that section, and maybe even throw out just like one or two of the things that are included, because it's an amazing offer that you have in this digital download, but in particular the home spa treatments.
Thank you. I love this course. The Healthy Recipes in 5 course it's so much fun. It's so tasty and easy. It's healthy, raw, vegan recipes that you can make in 5 minutes. And really, everybody needs to eat more raw plant foods. And this makes it tasty and fun. And so I have a section there for natural home spa. There are 12 videos on quick and easy therapeutic home spa treatments that are so much fun. I'll read you a couple of them. We do a mint parsley juice cleanser toner. So you juice mint and parsley, and I'll show you how to do that and use it as a cleanser toner on your face. So you're delivering that nutrients right to your skin. When you buy skincare products that, like, say they have vitamin C, aloe, cucumber, none of that is living, because it's in a bottle, and when was it made, and when was it put on the shelf, and all of this. When you freshly juice something, mint and parsley, and put it right on your skin as a cleanser toner, you're getting that nutrients right into your skin, and it's a couple of bucks. It's great, and then you can drink the rest of it. We do a tomato seed oil rejuvenation facial, which is wonderful. A ginger thigh scrub, which is fantastic. A goat's milk mask. There's a honey almond cleansing scrub on there. Ooh, a spirulina face, body, and hair mask, which is my absolute favorite. I show you how to use spirulina to help keep the color in your hair and to nourish your skin all over. We do a chocolate honey salt scrub, which is so fun. The chocolate is it's so high in vitamin C and the minerals are so high that it's really serving your skin. And of course, the honey and the salt helps to, slough off the dead skin and to get those nutrients really in the skin. We have an aloe mask in there. We have a cucumber kiwi toner in there. We have a grapefruit cayenne salt scrub. And I show you how to make therapeutic bath teas. Oh, I love the bath teas. Soaking in a rosemary bath, for instance, can be very soothing to arthritis or any sort of joint pain. And soaking in sage, like making yourself a big pot of boiled fresh sage leaf and putting that in the tub. It's so purifying. It pulls out toxins in your body, and it's just so soothing, and it smells so good. And you can always drink a cup of tea while you're in your sage tea bath, and you feel like, wow, I'm really taking care of myself. All of these are raw home spa treatments, so you're not cooking anything or baking. They're all super easy. I show you in the video how to do it, and they're all just a couple of minutes long, all the videos. I mean, you can make them in real time with me. And it's so fun to spend a little time on yourself, to be like, okay, tonight I'm doing a chocolate honey salt scrub. Do it with a girlfriend, or do it with your man, or have fun with it. And it's so fun to rub food all over your face. I tell you,
it's fun to rub food all over your body too.
It is. I cannot eat an avocado without wanting to put the inside of that peel on my face or in my hair. Same with a kiwi. I always think like when I cut a kiwi in half and I spoon it out to eat it, and then the inside, I'm always like, I just rub it on my face and my neck and my chest, because it's just such nutrients. Like, I don't want the nutrients to go to waste. I got to put it somewhere.
Go back. Talk about, because I'm an avocado freak. I love them. And, I'll sit there. It's so true. I'll sit there and I'll spoon out my avocado. And when it's just the skin left, I'll throw it away.
Yeah. So those little remnants that are in the skin, yeah. I turn the skin inside out, and I just use the skin itself like a pad, exactly, and put it on your skin and let it sit for 10 minutes, as a moisture mask, and then wipe it off, or put it in your hair, put it on the ends of your hair for a little hair mask, a little moisture hair mask.
What is the
you
avocado?
Can put it on your nails. Like if you put it in your nails, sometimes people get like brittle nails. Put that avocado in your nails and let it sit for 10 minutes, and then wipe it off.
What does the avocado do for the skin in particular? Like if you put it on your face, what is it?
Is it the lipids,
the oil?
The fats? Yeah, it'll help build the collagen.
Oh, yeah. Damn. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Note to self. Yeah. Folks, if you're just joining us, this is Out of the Box Radio, and my name is Christine Blasdale, and I've been speaking with Dr. Blythe Metz, metaphysician, chef, natural lifestyle expert, and certified hypnotherapist. And we're talking about, obviously, all things regarding beauty and skincare. I wanted to have Dr. Blythe Metz back on the program to focus in on an issue that, like I said, I'm concerned about. I'm over 50. And, when I was in my 20s, I didn't care. I was like, girl, I don't care. I don't care about my skin. I'm not going to cover it. I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to do these things. And now, and here's the thing. How much money do we spend on, oh my God, on skincare? Right. Not only on skincare products, cleaning products, toners, creams, serums, masks, right. Blah, blah, blah. And we spend a fortune on different, treatments and facials. And then some people they even go further, and they spend a fortune on procedures, on procedures like, facelifts and things,
like plastic surgery, like, what's that injected thing? Botox.
Yeah.
Botox and whatnot. Yeah.
So if you think about all the money that people spend, especially women, let's be real obvious here, especially women, how much money women spend on their skin, especially as they get, 40s, 50s, 60s, things like that. We spend a fortune on our skin, and we put things that are probably not very healthy. As a matter of fact, a lot of the skincare products, as you know, Dr. Blythe Metz, are loaded with chemicals and toxins and cancer-causing ingredients. So you have something very special for out-of-the-box listeners. I'm really excited about this because we offered it last time, and the response was overwhelming, wonderful response. You have the Healthy Recipes in 5, the digital download, which includes all of that information. You show people how to make their own skincare products, how to do their own home spa treatments. You have that available to our listeners for an incredible offer, correct?
Yes, I do. We have it available for $125. It normally sells for $250. So for the out-of-the-box listeners, it'll be $125. It's fantastic. When we sell this in a DVD, it was a 5-disc set. So you're getting, it's like 50 videos that you're getting access to. They're all 5-minute make along with me videos that you can see. We have like 13 videos for breakfast, 13 or 14 videos for the super nutrient lunches and dinners, about 11 videos for snacks and desserts, because we all want something sweet. We all want something salty. And so that those videos take care of your sweet and your salty tooth, and you can do it with superfood nutrition. So I always want to help illuminate for people that when you're eating super healthy, when you decide I want to get my leanest, healthy, happiest self, you don't have to sacrifice anything. You don't have to not eat something sweet or not eat something salty. You can have delicious, colorful food, and it can be easy. I run into so many people that tell me that eating healthfully is too hard. It takes too much time. They don't know how to do it. And this Healthy Recipes in 5 course, it really shows you that it's not too hard. It doesn't cost too much money, and it tastes really good. You can have things that taste really good, that are really super satisfying. The chocolate chia pudding, for instance, is the best pudding I've ever had, and it's made from chia seeds and raw cacao and maple syrup, and it's delicious. And the lunches, learning how to use vegetables in a new way. Maybe you never thought that you could eat bok choy raw, or you never thought that you could eat Brussels sprouts raw. Well, when you cut it in a certain way and use a certain dressing, it's delicious, and you may never have thought of that. So the course really breaks it down, how to do it simply, easily, and tasty. Because I personally love things easy. Like when I make a meal for my family, like I like to do like one pot meals. I'm not interested in making anything too complicated that, takes too many dishes, etc. So whether it's just for you or whether you have a family to feed, this know-how makes a big difference. And one of the things, all the recipes on this course are raw and plant-based. And, I don't teach people to be 100% raw. That certainly has benefits for some people in certain seasons, at certain times. But what we all need is to eat more raw foods. Yes. Everybody needs to get more raw nutrition into their life because it's the enzymes. I think eating a macrobiotic, vegetarian-based, or otherwise cooked food is delicious. It's wonderful. I love to make soups. All of those are still healthy, nutritive foods, but they don't have enzymes. And it's the enzymes that are the catalyst for every action and function of our body. We need those enzymes. So we need to eat more raw foods. And it's not just an apple and celery sometimes. Sometimes we need to get more of the raw foods. And so this course shows you how to get those raw foods quickly and easily, and it can be a meal. And you're like, oh my God, that was a meal. I'm satisfied. My husband, for instance, is from Estonia, which is northeastern Europe. He's a very meat, potatoes, wine, espresso, bread kind of guy. And he eats this way, raw foods. He's so satisfied. He feels great. He's never been better, and so you might surprise yourself. Why, eating a meal like this and you feel amazing afterwards, and you see results right away, which is what's so great is you see results in a day, in a few days, you really do see the results. And then it's like, okay, I don't need to have, a steak and bread and butter and a potato to feel like I've had a meal, No,
that's what I love about Healthy Recipes in 5. It's so complete. So you have Dr. Blythe Metz shows you through this digital download, this massive package. She actually shows you how to, not just the recipes, but actually shows you how to do. There's 33 meals for breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, snack, and you're going to get the additional extra download featuring the therapeutic home spa treatments that she was talking about earlier that you're going to absolutely love. You're going to save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on, dump all those creams and potions and all that other stuff and go the natural way with live enzymatic foods for your skin. Your skin is going to thank you for. Plus, Dr. Blythe, people who order the digital download, Healthy Recipes in 5, get a very special add-on, the Healthy Kitchen Makeover Report, right?
Yeah. This is great. This helps you, in a PDF artistic, page, you see what to get rid of in your kitchen and what to include in your kitchen and how to do it easily. I show you, when you go grocery shopping, what to buy, how to prepare it so it's in the fridge and ready to go. And and it just takes a very little time to do, So if you always have the right stuff, you'll always eat the right stuff.
Exactly. Well, and the beautiful thing about Healthy Recipes in 5, too, one of the most important things is that it's called Healthy Recipes in 5 because most of these recipes, most of these incredible meals, breakfast, lunch, dinners, you can make in 5 minutes or less. And I
make them in real time in the video.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing like sped up. It's like real time.
You show it's beautiful because we can just follow you through these videos. So folks, if you want to get a hold of this very special deal, it's the Healthy Recipes in 5 digital download. Again, as Dr. Blythe Metz was saying, as a DVD set, it's $350. The digital download is currently $250 on her website, but for out-of-the-box listeners, you are going to get it for a very exclusive price of $125. So not $250, but $125. And the website to go to, Dr. Blythe Metz, we have a very special URL, a very special website for people to go to. Do you remember that?
Yes, it's healthyrecipiesin5.com/Christine.
So healthyrecipiesin5.com/Christine. Healthy Recipes, that's plural, healthyrecipiesin5, the number 5.com/Christine. And I will make sure we put that up with the YouTube video that will be part of this show so people can check that. If they miss the link, we'll have that available. And again, that's a special deal that's just available for out-of-the-box listeners because Dr. Blythe Metz loves you so much.
Yeah, and you guys can, if you have any questions with the course once you get it, you can always ask me at Blythe Natural Living Facebook, the Facebook page for Blythe Natural Living. I'm happy to answer all of your questions. I'm here for you. I want to see you succeed. It makes my day to get all the messages I get from people saying, oh my God, I love these recipes. They're so easy. My skin looks great. If you have questions, I'm always here for you. So,
and what's the Facebook?
Take advantage of that.
What's the Facebook page again?
It's Blythe Natural Living.
I love you, Dr. Blythe Metz.
I love you, Christine Blazdale.
I want to thank you so much again for coming back, and we'll have you back again because
I love it.
I love talking to you, and I always learn something new. I learned a lot in this show, so
wonderful.
I want to thank you. And again, folks, if you want to get a hold of this incredible offer, Healthy Recipes in 5, it's a digital download. You will have instant access once you get this. It's at healthyrecipiesin5.com/Christine. And you can get it not for $250, which is what it is normally, but for $125. And you're going to get all those recipes. She actually shows you, walks you through them. You're going to get the therapeutic home spa treatments, all those beauty treatments that you can do for pennies. And you get the free add-on, this really cool Dr. Blythe's Healthy Kitchen Makeover Report. That's free. That's added on free for nothing. So healthyrecipiesin5.com/Christine. And Dr. Blythe Metz, thank you again for joining us. You're just you're a doll.
Pleasure.
You're a doll.
Thanks, my absolute pleasure. It's wonderful to connect to all you listeners out there too.
Okay, so we're out of time for now, but I want to invite you to come back to another installment of Out of the Box Radio next week. I want to thank again Dr. Blythe Metz for all of her wonderful, wonderful work. Her website, if you want to just check her out, is
healthyrecipiesin5.com.
healthyrecipiesin5.com. Check her out. If you want that special deal, just add a /Christine. And until next time, I want to encourage you to always think outside of the box.